Welcome back to another clay video. Today we are going to create World 5 from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm trying to create all of these worlds to be the same size, but I feel like I'm slowly getting bigger and bigger with each one. Maybe by the time we hit World 9, it will be the size of my table. The thing is, the first couple worlds were just a circle. Now we're getting into different shapes, and I think the ovals just kind of make the world bigger in general. Now that we're done with our main land piece, let's start working on the grass. This one is a little bit different than the other ones. We have 2 layers of grass, which I didn't even notice until I started creating it. The first layer is a very dark green, and we don't really need to cover the entire thing, so I just made a little strip to wrap around it. For the top layer, we can take some brighter green and shape it into what looks like a piece of lettuce. I really like how the bumps on these 2 pieces sort of overlap each other in different places. I think it looks really cool. We have some random rocks stuffed into the side of the map. And now we can repeat the same process again at a much smaller scale. I was very surprised to see that this miniature version of the world doesn't have any purple poison. That's such a common thing in these worlds in every Mario game. It's almost like a lava world not having lava. I've cut out some little green chunks and we can curve them into some macaroni. Taking a thin layer of some yellow clay, we can start creating the spikes. This is my favorite detail on this world, and probably my favorite detail out of all the worlds I've created so far. These little spiky vines just look so nice. And once we get these onto the world, it starts to really make it come to life. Next up is a tiny little green solo mushroom. And we can place this right in front of that first platform. It seems to be a common theme with these worlds to have flowers, and I'm not really a fan of making them. So luckily, this map only has 2 flowers. Over the years, I've developed a few different ways of creating treetops, depending on the type of tree you make. But this type of tree, whatever you call it, I've never created before. So I had to come up with a new idea of creating trees at a very tiny scale. These little branches are a part of the trees on the map, so I had to create them. But it's very debatable if that was a good or bad idea. When you create branches this small, they become very fragile. And a few of them broke off while I was trying to attach the treetops, and I had to remake and rebake them. It became quite a problem, but once I've realized that I pretty much have a failure on every single clay creation, you start to get less upset about it each time. So these are the treetops I created. They're pretty basic, but they look pretty nice. They're not going to be able to stay right now how they are, so we'll attach those after baking. We don't get our purple poison, but we do get some purple succulents. This is our final piece of plant life on this world. I've just sort of randomly placed these together into little patches. And the most repetitive step of all is creating the sign. There's 9 worlds and there's 9 signs, and they are exactly the same except a different number. Since it's so repetitive, I'll start to show less and less with each video. We need some texture on the signpost, and we can't forget a hole to place the sign into. And now we are ready to get baked. After baking came the disaster of these tree branches breaking, being rebuilt, and breaking some more. I'll save you guys the misery of watching that, and I'll just skip to the good parts. Let's put the sign together and into the hole. And that is our final details, so here it is, World 5 from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Only 4 more worlds to go, and then we can move on to some type of new series. If you haven't seen all of the worlds before this, I'll put a playlist at the end that contains the ones I've made so far. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.